Good morning, everybody. It's April 26th. It's a Friday. It's been a couple days since I've been out here. Last time I was out here, I flipped a tractor. And on top of that, I've got this sciatica that's just really painful. So I've been just laying around at home hoping it's going to get better. I try to avoid doctors and medications, but you can't always do that. Sometimes there's a place for that. But I haven't gone yet. It's been tempting because I need to get out here and work. The reason why I'm out here, it's not even 9 o'clock. I'm here pretty early, is I got a notification from Home Depot. They're delivering my product out here, and it said they were 2 stops away. Well, I'm 30 minute drive from here, so I popped up and took a shower and rushed around and got dressed and beat it down here as quick as I could. And nobody was here yet, and I sighed relief. It's like, oh good, because I've had Home Depot show up with appliances and stuff, and if you're not there, they leave. And it's hard to get a hold of them to say, hey, I'm almost there or whatever. But anyway, no fault of their own. They got to keep moving. But I said, wow, they're not here, and they were only 2 stops away. So then I clicked on the email, and it says track your package or your delivery. So I tracked the delivery, and it says they're 5 stops away. So I don't know why they would send me something that says they're 2 stops away, and now it says it's 5 stops away. And they're not going to be here until somewhere a little out, 11 to something, 11-ish. So I'm out here a couple hours early, and I got a few things to do anyway, and I'm going to see how I can hold up on working. Yesterday they delivered to this address, but they just left it out at the gate. I ordered this all at the same time, but this is a hoe for mixing the mortar in the wheelbarrows. So yeah, I'm gonna fire up this tractor. Hopefully it's still good. I was shocked that it was in such good shape after we flipped it back over, and it seems that everything's working and functioning fine and nothing bent. So if there's nothing wrong with this, that's just another testament to Yanmar tractor. That's all I'm saying. My load is here, guys. Brought it on a semi. I guess this is the reason why Roger told me to get deck screws, which that's what these are. Because you could keep using them over and over. They don't strip as easy. So you have this star head. So there's still some screws left in here. I'm going to discover some that are under dirt that I wasn't able to get to yet. But that's a lot of screws that you get to save and use again. There it is, guys. The delivery is done. I got a lot of work ahead of me. Looking at all that concrete block, it doesn't really look like a lot, but that's 90 blocks per pallet, and I'm going to use most of it, and I got to move all of it. All right, guys, it is still sprinkling. It's been sprinkling for an hour or so, at least longer than that, I guess, since I've been here, actually. I don't know what time it is, but anyway, Val came out and brought me some coffee and something to eat after this guy was, or right when this guy was leaving. So had that, and then I came over here. I've pretty much taken, I think I already said, took all the screws out, but got the forms off of around these posts here. But what I'm finding is the stakes that I put in nice and deep are really hard. The stakes that I put in, like these ones that went in so far, the stakes like this, it's been a pain. I haven't come up with a good solution, except for you just sit there and you use your strength and you keep wiggling them back and forth and try to get them out. But I don't know, I've tried to use the shovel, but they're stuck in there like pretty good. So I've actually been breaking these things off. Oh, there we go. Got one. So I got a few. I mean, not these ones that are covered in cement right here. Those are the ones that were across the top, but those down there. But the ones that are deep, they're a challenge to get. Definitely a challenge. This is working pretty good now. I've kind of, these ones that obviously aren't in deep, they come up pretty well like that. But these ones that are deeper in, I didn't think it was going to work very well, but I don't know, I just seem to be getting them now. So that works pretty good. Maybe I just hit some bad spots and it was really hard to get them out. I don't know. Something like that, but I could just keep digging. Yeah. There we go. All right, we got a system now. All right, that was, so far this is adding up to be a lot more work than I thought it was going to be. This is quite a bit to do. I've basically got all the stakes out. So what kind of happened is that first row of stakes that I put in, that they were kind of deeper, and those ones I'm having a hard time getting out. And a lot of them I'm just breaking off at the ground. I get to the point that I don't want to sit there and fight them. They're not worth saving a stake just for that. I've been tossing them down here by the brush pile, so either burn them in the brush pile or go down there with the tractor and toss them all in the front loader and throw them over here in the burn pile. So my next step here is to start taking these 2x6s apart, and I need to carry them. I'm going to put them over there by the trailer and make some kind of a platform thing to keep them off the ground and keep on getting this cleaned up. All right, guys, I'm kind of to the monotonous kind of work. Just trying to get some of this, whatever loose cement is on here, clean up these boards a little bit. My plan is to just work methodically around, doing one board at a time, and just see what I can scrape off. Again, the plan is to reuse these boards in the construction, so the way to kind of save some money. Hopefully it saves us some money. I think maybe I need to get, if I had a good brush, that would help take a lot of that off. I'm gonna have to look around for one. All right, I couldn't find a brush. I don't really know where I have a brush anywhere, but I put this over here a little bit further so you can see. I just found a very dirty rag that I'm not going to be using for anything, and I just kind of go over this. And it seems to actually take quite a bit off. I don't know if this is good enough or not, but I really don't want to spend a ton of time doing this. Already time consuming enough. Alright, I switched over to doing this over here. I think it's way easier than doing it over there on the tractor. And look how this is getting pretty clean. I mean, you got this gray here, but then just take this rag over it and seems to be doing a pretty decent job. This is pretty good for this. I hope it doesn't have to be perfect, because if it does, this is not my forte. This is how much is coming off. You can see that or not. A lot of dust. You see how this was dirty, but it wasn't that dirty. You see how it's gray. I'm pretty happy with that. That's gray there. This is more brown. I think it's doing a decent job of getting that fairly clean. All right, I'm gonna probably start winding it up. So I'll show you later over there. I did the first or the top row, but it's been sprinkling all day and it's just catching up with me and starting to be a little too wet. So what I did was, when I went to Home Depot and got lumber, they had these that separate the wood, and so I took them and I'm using them as well, what they were used for at Home Depot to keep it off the ground and flat-ish best I can. So that's what I'm going to stack it all on. Got the lumber covered, even though it got wet before I got it under there. I guess I think it'll still be all right. And threw some rebar there on top to keep it from blowing all over the place. Be all right. A little bit breezy. I might throw one more on there before I leave. And then I took little awning tarp thing I had and covered up the mortar. It's pretty much wrapped in plastic, but it's still got a couple little spots that can be hit by water. It's wet, but I'm gonna keep on pushing through just to finish some things up. Like, I'd like to get all these thrown into one spot, all these stakes, and I got to take this stuff and put it away. But I got that upper side done. It's a lot of work, a lot more than you'd think. Getting everything taken apart and then cleaned off and all that. All right, we got quite a few saved stakes there. Oh, we'll use them for something, right? Worst case scenario is I wasted my time collecting them. I use them, in a wood stove later on, but I think we'll use some of those. Alright guys, about 3:15, and what have I been here since about 8:30? It's a very wet day for there not to have been any rain in the forecast. It keeps sprinkling off and on all day long. Barely ever has really stopped. So just the all day of it going, it's getting things a little bit wet. But anyway, I'm tired, pooped out, and it was awesome. We got our Home Depot delivery with all the cement block and all that. That's exciting. I'll probably be back out here tomorrow to keep on pulling those 2x8s off and get that all cleaned up and ready for the next step. All right, we'll see you guys the next time I'm out here. Morning, everybody. It's April 27. Getting out here quite a bit later. Stopped and got some diesel for the tractor. Got me a coffee. What else? Got a couple snacks. Anyway, I guess we'll be just basically doing the same thing I was doing yesterday. Over here on the foundation, I need to get all the rest of those forms off and the concrete off of them. A little bit different weather today, not raining or sprinkling or anything. A little bit warm and cloudy. So let's get after it and get this done. Alright guys, I'm almost done. I'm saving the last piece to show you. These two end pieces on both ends were by far the hardest thing to get out. And this is an old shovel and it is a wood handle, but it broke trying to get that one out. I'm having to use sledgehammer, broke down big screwdriver, pickaxe, shovel, like everything to try to get these out. The whole bottom has been a pain. Only like along here and over there on that side along the bottom, those were a little bit more doable because they were just one piece and nothing really holding them in. But these somehow, they get jammed in and they're just a pain. And this becomes a channel that I can't put on YouTube because the things that are coming out of my mouth are not appropriate. I'm going to try to give you a show of how trying to get these out. If this one ends up going easier just because I'm showing it, I'm fine with that. First thing I'm doing is trying to get it loosened up from the wall here. Right now though, see, it's in the middle it comes undone, but on the ends it's really jammed in here. The next thing I'm doing is, I usually take the shovel in there, but now it's broken. I've been doing things like this where you go under and try to pick it up, but it don't even budge. So the goal, what seems to work, if I can get it in there, once I can get it in there, get this loosened up. Then I get this guy in there. Now, let's see. I'm giving that all the oomph I can give. it goes. All right, that was probably one of the easiest ones that I did in that spot, and I got to thinking as soon as I show you guys how hard that is, that's going to end up being the easiest one. And again, like I said, that's fine with me because it's been kicking my butt. Oh, so as soon as I get the screws out of these ones and cleaned up, that's going to be the end of getting the forms out finally. All right, guys, I got a nice little pile going on now. I had a couple of 2x4s laying around and on a 1x and a 2x3, so I'm just piling them all here now. It'll kind of be poopy when I gotta get one particular board out of there, but most of them are 2x8s for now. Yeah, go ahead and give her a cover up, and done with these forms for now. Thank goodness. All right, guys, I've been piling dirt over there on the other end, and start putting a little bit here on the side, just picking up from when I rolled the tractor. I don't mind saying I'm a little bit leery of going down this side. I know I got plenty of room, but I'm just leery. So I'll take you on the first ride with my first swipe going through here, because I'm a little bit actually nervous. I got plenty of room. I guess I just was right there on the edge and slid just the other day. I got plenty of room over here. Alright, I'm feeling more confident now. I've been a little nervous. That shook me up, I will admit. Alright guys, about 3:30. We got some more storm clouds rolling in. And it doesn't say, there's no rain in our forecast basically. Yesterday there was no rain in the forecast, and it rained almost all day. So this is where we're at. Showed you guys I got the forms off and stuff, and I started backfilling here. Right here at this corner is going to be a door for our crawl space to go underneath the house. So I'm kind of building this area up. That's also going to be my ramp for my tractor to bring any. I still think I'll be taking the block with the tractor over here. I just won't be able to take a pallet, which was what I was really hoping to be able to do, but we know that ain't even going to come close after our peat moss was a big failure. Oh, wind's coming up. Anyway, so a little bit of a ramp here, and then I filled in my scary spot over here. I widened this pretty good here, and it's kind of smoothed it out. But at some point the soil's actually going to have to come up to the top of this. The dirt will have to come up to at least the top of the foundation, so that we can get a 6-inch drop over 10 feet. Anyway, so that's where we're leaving it for now. I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up, and I'll just say goodbye for the day today. I hope I will be back out here tomorrow. I'm going to try to get a hold of Roger. Roger's going to teach me how to start laying concrete block. I'll be doing all that. So I think my sciatica hurts now. Wait till I'm doing block every day. Oh man. All right, I will see you guys the next time I'm out here.